Hey guys, how's it going? Wrecking EF here again. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough of how to do this to your door trim. So basically that's the old one over there. I've already done this one just so I can have a bit of a reference to show you in the video. But we're going to change that one and the back ones to look like this with the Fairmont door handles and the nice red leather. Alright, so it's not too difficult. You just need your leather, which I have over there, and you'll need to buy yourself just some Fairmont door handles, and I'll teach you through how to put all that into the actual cup and then pull out the old one. So let's get into it. Leather, you're going to need a pen for marking, a pair of scissors, and a little knife like that, just to be able to get into your little door handle things. To make a cut, you make a small little incision with the knife up here, and then you just get the scissors and cut around it. So that's the one that I've already cut out for the passenger side. Basically, I just used the old piece as a template to get that started, drew around it, and then I cut it out. So let's get started with pulling off the door trim. The tools that you'll need to pull off your door trim are Phillips head screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver, and that's about it. It's pretty simple to pull off the door trim, so I'll walk you through how to do that in just a sec. I just got to move my car out so I can get to the other side. Alrighty, so to start off with getting the door trim out, you need to get your flat blade, go in there into that little thing in there, pop out that little plate. Do the same for this one here, which is just under there. Pop that out, and then the same one on top. Just like that. Make sure you put them somewhere where you're not going to lose them. Right, and then you get, after that, you get your little your little Phillips head, and just undo that little screw in there. And then undo this screw and this screw. All right, so once those are undone, you just need to go around the door trim and unscrew all these little gray ones that are around there, and then we'll be able to pull the whole thing off. All right, so once all those are undone, you're just gonna need to just pull that out. Comes out very easily. All you gotta do is just pull it out gently, it'll come out. And then you're just gonna pull out this, which comes out pretty easily, and then just try and maneuver off that little bar there, that's for your door. And then you got that out. So we'll put that aside because we're gonna do that one in a sec. And then pretty much after all that, these bolts you might need to undo a little bit more like I do, just to get that extra bit of length off the thread. I'm just doing that now. There we go. So basically it should lift up just like that. And then you just want to try and basically get your hand over this side and then pull it up, which requires a bit of force. And then it'll just click out. And you do the same with this side. All right, and just let it drop down like that, because you need to pull out the door lock, which is just that'll just kind of get a bit of room between it, and then unscrew it, or just do that. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Then that's off. All right, guys, so that's out, and turns out I had some sort of ant's nest in the door, so I had to go spray that, so it hasn't been off for a while. So that's all sprayed now, so hopefully I don't have any more ant issues. So yeah, let's move on to how to get the door handle changed. So for this, you're going to need the 2 screwdrivers like before. You're also going to need a little hammer like that, some WD-40, and then a small screwdriver. And it's just a matter, so to start off with, we just want to get this little pin there out. So we can hit that. If you hit that from the bottom, it will bring up the top, and then you just get your pliers like this, your pointer nose, and then just pull it out. Use that little screwdriver. Just put it in there. Hit the end of it with the hammer very, very lightly because you don't want to snap it, because these already have cracks in them from before. Maybe they've changed the door handles before, but that'll just raise that pin up a little bit. So now we can just grasp it with our pliers and then just wriggle it out and just lift out this door handle. After you just gotta, with this, you just gotta like try and push down those little prongs to get that white plastic bit out, put that aside, and then it'll just lift out like that. And then we have our spring here. Which you can choose to reuse this spring, or you can use this one. It's up to you. But yeah, so now we just need to pull out this white bit here, slide out that pin, and then there we go. That's ready to be placed in there. So I'll show you how to do this. It can be a little bit difficult. So basically, you want the spring to just sit up in there like that, right? So a good way of getting this done is just place your spring in thing first, right? And then we just slide that in ever so gently. I'm just going to stop recording while I get that in, just so I can use 2 hands because it's kind of a 2-handed job. Okay, so that's sitting in there now. So just be very gentle with it still, and then we just want to slide the pin. You can use the new pins or the old pins, whichever one you feel better with, and just slide it in there. And this can take a bit of maneuvering because it can get caught on the spring, but just after a few tries, you should be able to get it in pretty easily. Actually went in a lot easier than the other one, the last one. Basically, you just want to do the chisel thing again, just to push it the rest of the way. There we go, that's that part done. So it should be pretty flush at the bottom. It's just a little bit sticking out at the top, and that's the right way to have it. So that's that part done. It should open and close like a normal door. And now we can move on to the door trim side of things. So just let me pull out these little decorative things that I've got on there. Get rid of that. Okay, so now to get that part out, we just want to flip it over like that. And you're going to get your pliers and your flat blade. Right, use the flat blade to lift up all these little pins, and then we're going to use the pliers just to stand them up straight so it slides straight. Lift those up with the flat blade. Now we just want to get our pliers, just grab each one of them and just stand them up as straight as you can go, just like that, just so it slides out of the hole nice and easily like that. And don't forget to do these ones right at the front here. So there should be 7 in total to do. Those are up. It should just slide straight out underneath like it has. And that's what it looks like. So basically all you need to do is just unfold it all, because it's not really glued on very strongly or at all. Okay, just pull it all off like that. And then we don't need that because we already marked out the other one. But just be warned when you are marking out, because I actually made a mistake on the first one, which led to me ending up having this one already made. Just be careful when you're stenciling it. Always fold out the edges and have the back side facing upwards to get the right side, because you always mark from the bottom because you don't want to, from the other side, because you don't want to get any marker or anything on the side that's going to be showing. So yeah, now just get a little bit of tape just to help hold it down as you're putting it on. I'll put it on over here on the grass where it's nice and soft to sit. So here's our piece there, all cut out nicely. That's our board that it's going on. So basically you just want to line it up like that and then flip it over. Just like that. And then start folding it over and over and taping it up. Start off with taping up these edges because they're the easiest. They're your nice flat edges like that, and it'll bring that curve around. And then you're going to start off with folding over that one first, and then we'll work on that part afterwards. So start off this side, and we'll go. These corners can be a little bit difficult, but if you just grab your scissors and just make small little incisions just down the edge, just to make the folding a bit easier, like that. You can tuck them down and then twist them over, and then just put a little tape on the corner, and then still give it a little, just try and tidy up that corner as much as you can, but it's not so much a big deal because it's not really noticeable from inside the car. Taped up, just holding it all down, and just leave the tape on there when you put it on because it'll just help hold it down even more once you get it back on the door. So now that that's all done, we can just walk over to the door here and just try and stand the door up, resting on like your knee like that, because this will make it a lot easier because you'll be able to access both sides. So basically just try and slide it in and try and push in as much as the leather as you can to give it the nice little edging. One little peg on each end just to stop it from falling out again. That's it. So now we just can lay it down again, and we can just put your hand underneath to push up the pegs and then fold them all down. It's just going to be a little baggy, but that's okay because that's kind of what you want, because it'll stop it from ripping when we put the door handle in. So now we can take this back over to the actual door, put it all back on. Alrighty, so now we just got to, when you're putting this on, make sure you get your door lock in first before you hook it all back up. That's all hooked up on up there. So now you can start off by putting these two screws in here, and then we'll do the ones all around the side there. Alrighty, so once they're all back on, I'm just got to chuck this on if it falls off, because they can fall off a bit sometimes. Be very gentle with them because you don't want to put your hand through them like what happened to me before. I had to replace this one once before. Alrighty, so now you just want to grab your door handle that you did before. Okay, grab the little bar in there and try and pull it out as much as you can, and then you also want to get your little white things from before, just like that, and then you just want to put them back on. So with the spiky side facing upwards like that, then place this one over it just like that. Alright, so it looks like that, and then you want to just try and get the bar twisted and try and line it up. I'm going to need two hands for this. I'll be with you in just a sec. See the little bar in there. Alright, and then you just want to twist it up and just push it in. Could be require a little bit of maneuvering, but then there we go, and just try and push in as much leather as you can around it, and then grab your little screw, put it on the end of your screwdriver like that, line it up, and then start screwing it in. There we go, just like that. So now you just want to grab your three little plastic caps and put them all in. Now just the ones that go on the door trim, there are two different sizes, but they're pretty easy to work out where they go, like that. Then just grab this one. This will only fit in one way. Push it in, and then there's that. So now I'm just going to grab my little red strips that I have in there, just to decorate it up a little bit. Put that one in, starting off at that end. Please excuse the squeaky door. Notice I didn't have to use WD-40 on that one, but my last one I did. So basically the WD-40 is there for sometimes the spring is a bit stiff. And so you just spray that just to loosen it up a bit. And then it'll be all good. So chuck this in. And then we can move on to the back, which the back will be a bit of a challenge for me because I've never actually had the back door trims off before. So that'll be pretty interesting to see how that works. But they're in. And there you go, there's the front. There's a little bit of ripple in there because it's a bit loose, but that's okay. Doesn't bother me. If it does bother you, you can always glue it down. I just didn't have any glue, so you could just use a hot glue gun or something like that. I just decided to just fold it over and push it on, just like how the old ones were. So yeah, let's move on to the back now. Because it's an XR6, I have the windy winders at the back, so you're also going to need an Allen key to get those off. And then we'll take the door handle off, and I think we're going to have to take off this little cup thing with the little Phillips head down there, and then the same thing all the way around there. So we'll have a look at that panel there. Alright, so we got all those out. So you don't need to undo this. Well, you do need to undo the bottom screw, but you don't need to take that out. Alright, take off your windy winder, and then it's just the same thing, just lifting up, I guess. But this one's a little bit more difficult, so just bear with me. So now we can pull off that panel and mark out our new piece. Alright guys, so that's all on there now. Basically the same thing, getting that panel out, undo the pins at the back as the rest of the car. So now we're putting all that back on. Same thing with the door handle, pretty simple. I'm about to do that side, and then once we're done with that, it'll all be finished. Alright guys, so now that that's all done, there we go. Looks pretty good. A bit of crinkling there, which I'm not too happy about, but hopefully over time it'll go away. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope it really helped you out if you were looking to do something like that. So basically I got 3 meters by 1.4 meters of material, which was more than enough because I have heaps left now. I got EF Fairmont door handles, the chrome ones. And yeah, so you're just going to need scissors and all those tools that I said you're going to need to be able to do it. Please like, comment if you have any questions, or if you want me to do a video based on any other thing for an EF Falcon, let me know. And please subscribe, and please tell everyone about me. I'm trying to grow out there so I can help more people with all this kind of stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks.